welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Universalis 4 in our chill game as the Ottomans, where we've got 6 countries left in the game to subjugate, to establish our dominion basically over the entire world. We have the United States, Peru, Chile, what's left of England, what's left of France, and what's left of the Teutonic Order. And then everything else that's colored are either client states over in the French area, including the Port of Clay, which is apparently Chilean, and Crimea, which is a march. So if everything kind of goes according to plan, we'll have a lot more of the world conquered by the end of this stream. And spend some of our countless piles of points. Countless points. You're at Worth Group. You can be at Worth Group, and that'll be fine. And you are allied with Chile. So I think the plan right now is we declare war either on Peru or Chile. Obviously, we need to lose our military access, with co-belligerentating the other one. Well, that brings in France. And we do want to co-belligerate them. In fact, actually, Chilean here is apparently over 122%. Peru is not. Okay, so we probably want to declare war on Chile. And obviously we need to drop the military access on Peru to make this work. We should have enough troops in the old world to handle France as well. There'll be a little bit of kerfuffle, I think, with... I recruit no troops up there. I must recruit no troops up there. There'll be a little bit of kerfuffle with how we're going to have to deal with integrating them at the end of the war, but I think we can at least plan on having this war one way or the other. Delays there may be, but they may only be delays at the post-war. So yeah, looks like we're going to declare war on Chile. Which, yes, will, in theory, bring in France. How small is France? 61%. So we won't be able to annex France unless we co-belligerate them. I don't want to wait around for 6 years. It's a bit long of a sort of forced peace. 9 with you. 2 with you, but you're not allied to anyone. We don't want to assume that you're going to get allied with anyone. Then America is 5. Okay. Yeah, so I think we're going to start a war with Chile. It probably won't be enough to end the French. What we might do is we might feed our subjects. We have a bunch of client states over here. What we can do is probably feed them to the client states. Feed the French stuff to the client states. We won't be able to get 100% of France, but we'll be able to get a decent amount of France. And then we'll have to come back again for another war with France. Peru, imperialism. We need to wait for a diplomat to get back. No, imperialism there. War be declared. Port there. 40s here should be perfect for that. So you go there, you go there. Yeah, this is... We got lots of troops. Probably more than we need, really. Because they've got 100... well, 200,000 between them. Vaguely, well, 300-something thousand between them. Include the cannons. Okay, Chile has 1 fort. Grab those two, go for the 1 Chilean fort, which is arguably more than that fort needs. I'm basically going up the line and basically assigning them siege areas to go siege. Oh, 2 states? Yeah, exactly what. I think it's states. Provinces. 2 provinces each. Okay, we missed one of the states there, but that'll be fine. And that's all of them assigned. We got guys going to siege everywhere except for that north one, where we got guys coming down from the north. Okay, that's the New World. In the Old World, time to jump the French. Or, well, maybe attempt to jump the French. The French are pretty big and scary. Oh, this is one of the old stacks where I've got full of Janissaries. I think that's basically enough to overrun every single possible objective on the French side, all in one fell swoop, so should be enough there. If anything, we maybe need more troops in the New World, and we will probably need for dealing with America. Let the time go and see how that plays out. Looks like we lost 1 fight. French army is a little bit exhausted after that, so we can jump it as well. Yep, looks like we probably lost the second one as well. Paris has fallen. On the other hand, yes, we've basically completely sieged down, and the French army's basically taking a run for it. They're like, yeah, we're not in a good position here. Let's see if we can get the French army off the pass. Oh no, it's run off into the run off to one of our forts. That works for me. Fort in the farmland, which isn't a super ideal location to fight it, but... Battle of Santa Fe. I think that was us running into the Chilean army in the New World. The Peruvian army is apparently reasonably strong. I mean, we don't really have anyone keeping them from going north. But that's kind of Portuguese what? Portuguese Columbia. Portuguese Columbia's problem right now. Okay, can we get a general for this stack? I'll have to spawn one in. 6-6, perfect. There goes the French army, outnumbered 5-1. And outnumbered as such is a decisive destruction for the French army. Now I just spread out the surplus troops just to avoid attrition. That's where the damage stacks got off to, so we spread them out. Again, goal to avoid attrition. Rio del Plata is over, so that's their capital down. Go do a siege job on the remaining province. Yeah, most likely do its thing. Okay. Well, given how things are going, let's begin raising more units to deal with America, because I don't think we need to really raise more units for the current war. Oh, number of persons like 400. Okay. We'll calm down a little bit on the recruiting spree. Just a little bit. Siege of Anjou. At this point, I think the French probably have like one holding left. And we'll be working on convincing the French to give up. Oh, no, they have two forts left. Too scared to engage enemies? That's... I don't see any enemies for you to be scared of engaging, honestly. Defensive ideas, second to last one. The last one will give us ability to do some other stuff, like more siege ability. Lower Liberty Desire and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so France, because pretty sure we can't full annex France. Just a little big. Yeah, okay. We checked. France is a little bit big to specifically with a without co-belligerate them. If we co-belligerated them, we could have done this. Would have been doable if they were co-belligerated. So let's expand the subject states. You're going to be Orléans. And Orléans. Okay, and we'll look at what that looks like. I doubt France is necessarily willing to accept right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did the cost shoot up a bunch? Because the cost showed up a bunch. Okay. Never mind. Apparently I've got enough stuff that I'm actually significantly lowering the core costs. Good to know. So I'll have to take it myself and then hand it out to the subjects. And orders to release them as more subjects. Because we have 9 out of 10 double relations, we're getting spent a lot less, apparently. Well, it'd be best if we were 10 out of 10, so we weren't getting spammed at all, but... Okay, so that's back to that. In the... We're not gonna pay what we were being sold on there. For the war score cost. Let's take it all directly then. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Then we just need to siege on the last fort before they'll accept. Renee, okay. So that's the French. We'll be back later for what's left of the French. Dangerously high. Can I hand any of this over to our subjects? I don't think we can do that while we're at peace, or World War. I think we have to be at peace. Okay, grant parliaments is blocked, seize land is not, so I can take stuff from them, but I can't give stuff to them. That's fair. Okay, so we'll just have to court everything directly ourselves. May have actually made sense to leave a little bit more behind in that situation, but we didn't. We'll live with it. It's not too much of a problem. Oops, I raised the taxes on one of the colonies, which I should not have done. Okay, there's the Chilean army. We'll quickly... Oh no, we can't give you a general. I was about to say, if we can, we'll quickly give them a general. To make this a little bit less of a uphill battle. I think this is a situation where guys walked into an ambush. Yeah. Basically walked into an ambush. Slowly working. And to be fair, we want to get Peru out before Chile anyway, so we're not super worried about the fact that Chileans have a decently large army. Okay, well, it's at least looking productive. We'll bring this army down as well. Well, what's this actually on sieging? It's finished sieging down what it's supposed to be sieging, but we'll add that to it as well. Okay, major siege done. That frees up more units come down and at least either fight or at least scare off the Chilean army as we carry out the offensive in the south. And so in the north, we've actually taken that fort down as well. I semi-appreciate the defensive posture the Peruvian army is in. We're not going to force the engagement right now, we're just going to squeeze the noose in a little tighter. In this case, we know we're going to have to fight the Peruvian army, unless... Well, it looks like some of it's going to sea. If it's out at sea when the war ends, we won't have to fight it. But the stuff on the land we're going to have to fight because it's going to become rebels, because we're going to try to annex them. With the plausibly expectable consequences that's going to have. 7% chance that fort fails. Falls is maybe a good way to put that instead of fails. Even in the scenario where it falls, at this point I would argue say it hasn't failed. It's done what it can, it's just, it was doomed from ready, set, go. Oh, we should get a better diplomat. Go back to level 5 Spy Master, yeah. Put that aside, just have it ignored for a bit. That's one of the main ones you ignore, is the Separatist Implement. So it can't keep coming up. We'll just accept Prestige, that's not a problem. %35 chance now. Soon the end may be nigh. The small Peruvian army. Okay, they beat us again. Oh, they beat us over there, of all places. I wasn't even expecting a fight over there. That would explain why we got beat there. Forgot that Chile is apparently a global power on multiple continents. Here we go. And for Peru, the Peruvian army is nigh. When I annex Peru, most of Peru should simply just disappear into our colonial subjects. So I don't need to worry as much about the coring of Peru. So, at the same time, we should be looking at Peru for the coring. It is now time for this negotiation. Okay, I should be able to full annex them, and we're having issues with things not being handed, right? No, so should all be handed to me. So I'm going to apply, that's not really what's over to us. Because we have a cost decrease, because they're a different religion from us. Most of it gets handed over to them when the war ends anyway. And yeah, they should be below 100%, and they are if I'm taking it. If some of my subjects take it because they don't have the same idea groups that we do, then we have a problem. Okay, let's try that again. Much better. Now that's their full annex. And this is apparently one we missed and is going to a subject. That's fine. We accept that. It's all going to go to subjects in the long run. And we can see it all defected to the correct subject, so Caliphal Peru here just got a lot bigger. Ooh. Not all of them got given away. We we still got these two in there. Okay. We'll core them. That likely means we're going to need to core some in Chile as well. But that was kind of expected. I think Chile's got most of the colonial nation zone down there. And at this point, we actually... We'll hold off a little bit. I'd like to see the French ones complete. Just in case we don't... We're probably not going to give enough for Chile away. To core everything. Well, I don't have to core some of it. Most of it, I think we're only going to need like 5 bits cored, and then the nation will form. And then it'll be their job to core it. Okay, so what's left has been assigned to people that are not us. We need to fix that. The easiest way to fix that is to go to it and fix it. Weird, I know. In the long run, we do probably want to give this to subjects. In fact, most of it's going to end up as subjects. Yeah. I'm somewhat surprised that we're able to ask for quite so much. Because I had it under reasonable good impression that they're 121, and we're able to ask for everything. Math doesn't compute there, but how 91 equals 121, I don't know. It just does. Okay. We're obviously ignoring you. Unsigned merchant, which is fine. We're waiting for the French chorus to complete. Just to increase the likelihood that we don't have massive overextension for an extended period of time. That might not be negotiable anyway, but let's do some damage control on the overextension here. Also, I suppose I should pile up in preparation for dealing with the Chilean army, because annexing them will mean that I have to fight that army. It'll just turn into rebels, but I'll have to fight that army. First of November in theory. And then the other part where we had 6, there will officially be 4. I'm waiting for the 1st of November. Separate supplement again. We'll leave that up there until the 1st of November, and then we'll click it. Because at least we're blocked from having a second one after our lights up there. There we go, we got all those cores on the French. Minor inconvenience. And then we press the button. It's not a full annexation because those guys sieged that down and tried to hold it for themselves. And now it's a full annexation again. Take some money. Cool, good. Okay. So we have Califal La Plata here. We got 2 being cored. I believe this is all 1 colonial area, so we need to get a total of 3 cores. So I'm going to pick 3 more, a total of 5 cores. Pick 3 more locations to just, at random, just to core. And then the whole thing should defect to the new subject. And apparently the place isn't not... Oh, the colonial stuff doesn't have any... Most of the colonial stuff doesn't have any overextension. Interesting. I guess it only has overextension if it has a non-colonial core? Okay. And then we'll go line everyone up in preparation for the next America War. All the New World guys up for the next American War. Oh, the British took Calais back. Okay. We'll just have to take Calais from the British instead of from the Chileans. I can work with that. Got some French revolutionaries here in France. France, you are not oh, well, actually, I can't save the French from the revolutionaries because I don't have access. I was about to try to save the French from the French revolutionaries. It's not happening, sorry guys. Okay, until we integrate Noop. Yeah, until we integrate Noop, I can't colonize those interior areas. I think those are the last uncolonized places in the world. Unless there's stuff here in the New World that we can. I don't think there is. Yeah, and our next... now that we're done with 4 nations... the Teutonic Order is no longer got a treaty with us, so they are probably the next one on the chopping block. It's gonna be like Teutonic Order... GB is 87, America is 83, yeah. So as soon as we get this handed off to a colonial power, we'll grab all the armies in South America and just line them up on the poor American border. In the meantime, we'll probably be invading the Teutonic Order. But looking at the time, wanted to keep these episodes to 30 to 40 minutes long. Now is the time to put the part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. It'll probably see the end of the Teutonic Order. It may see an American War. In fact, it'll probably see an American War. Might not see the end of that war, but it'll probably see the American War. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to try to record 3 more parts tonight. And depending on how those 3 parts go, we might see the world united under Ottoman rule. Sadly, it won't be all Ottoman green, because, for example, the Pope's going to stay Pope-colored, the client states are going to stay client-colored, client-state colored, and the Crimeans are going to be Crimean green. But within this stream, we may end all independence. And if not, it will probably because the United States is just the United States and is so big that they're not done. They're probably the ones that take all the time. So yeah, with that, wish you all the best of luck and good time until the next part. Bye for now.